Hi there, it's Janice Thomson from JazzleDazzleCraft.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I live and work in Scotland. And today I am filming through the alphabet, stamping through the alphabet, sorry. And I'm at letter E. So E for today is for enduring beauty. That's what I have decided to have a play with this. I have kind of prepped what I'm going to do. I'm using masking, which is one of my favourite techniques. One of several. So I have out some bits and bobs. You can see we're in greens and blues today. Now, I do have the largest block, but I find it very difficult. I have little short stubby hands and my grip isn't what it used to be, and I've been finding that I can work better with this. So if you have the same problem as me, I'm just thinking, where is the biggest block? Just so I can show you. But of course, I've already taken it out, and now I don't know where I put it. Where did I put it? Oh, I think I do have it, and then I am going to use it in the next project. But let me just show you. This is the block that this stamp fits on best. It's slightly big for the one that is just now. So this is our largest block. It's an F block and it is fabulous, and I will be using it in a way that I can use it. But as you can see, for me, the stretch is stretching the span of my hand quite a bit. And when I try to use it, I often drop it when, you know, and so I'm not in control of what I'm doing when I'm using it in that way. So this is one of the plates from the mini cut and emboss machine, and I find that I can cope with this better, and I just can. So I've got colours. I'm just bringing everything out of this tray where I leave everything ready to film. So let's get stamping and inking and doing what I like to do. And I've got some strips from a sheet of our masking paper. I have previously had a bit go at this technique. I didn't finish anything, but I just wanted to make sure it worked with this stamp. It works, but I wanted to make sure it works with this stamp. And I have these masks already fussy cut out. So if you're doing this is what you would need to do, is stamp onto the masking paper and fussy cut the flowers that you want to mask off. And you'll understand that better once you've watched this to the end of the video. Now I have layers here of, what have we got? Coastal Cabana, I couldn't remember. And the card base is Lemon Lime Twist. And then I have a layer for inside my card, should I go that far. So I'm just really sharing a technique with you today, but we're using, you have seen me do this many times. I recently did this same technique using the mixed florals stamp set from the online exclusives. Just a few weeks ago I did it, and I make no apologies for doing it again because it is a great technique and it's fun. I think I did it in one of my live videos, and I know that some people watch recorded videos and some people watch lives, some people watch both, but there are people who prefer recorded. So if you just watch the recorded videos, you may not have seen my live, and obviously lives go on a lot longer. So I've now inked that up with the memento, as you saw. I think my memento needs re-inked, so I'm hoping I've got enough ink on there. And I am just going to sort of stamp this on the layer, so about there. Just pressing it down because I could have also used the Stamparatus or another what do you, oh my brain, My words are not with me again. They stopped coming with me when I come to my craft table. Anyway, stamping positioning tool, that's what I was looking. You could use, but I'm just offering you an easy alternative. Okay, so we have this beautiful image on a layer of basic white. And I have all these gorgeous flowers fussy cut out already. So I need to find out where we're... Which flower is this? Well, I'm struggling a bit here. There we go. Just took me a moment. I was like, is this the same stamp? So when you're fussy cutting the floral images, don't worry about the leaves, just cut the flowers out. These three were attached together, so I just cut them together. But as you'll see, I cut slightly inside the black line. I really want that to... See, I have torn that a little when I was taking it off, and I think that's affecting this a little bit. I'm going to unstick that one and just give me a moment. Just take your time. If you're just doing one flower head at a time, it will be simpler to get it placed and where you want it, because I'm doing 3 in one go here. Just taking a moment, but there we go. So you see, this doesn't tie up with what I did the last time, because I've done it at a different angle, and that's good. That's good. I clearly stamped this at a very different angle. Okay, so that's the flowers. I'm not going to worry about these because I'm probably just going to avoid them. So is that the image? I'm not quite sure which way is up. That is true for all of my life. Sometimes I don't know which way is up. Right, so I take a bit of the masking paper and try to take the backing off. Oh, and she puts the backing down and misses. So to try and take some of the sticky off this, I'm actually just dabbing it on my jumper. I'm just so that you can see basically what I'm doing. Just to take some of the tackiness off it. It just makes it easier to remove it. So what I'm looking for is to make a straight line here. And because I haven't made masks for the buds, I am just looking to cover that part up there. I'm using the grid paper to help me get this straightish. And this time I want to just cover that bud because it's not masked either. Now one of these has got the slit in, so just make it quicker and easier for me to remove the backing. There we go. We'll just Now I'm using the grid lines like I said, just covering that and no more. Because what I want is to have an image that has some colour in it, but that all the flowers will be white when we're finished. Now, is that, yeah, that looks straight enough. Right, so then I'm using two colours here. I've got Coastal Cabana and Lemon Lime Twist. Now, this brush is going to go and get washed after, but because all my brushes are neat and cleaned, I've gone for the one that will hopefully least interfere with the Lemon Lime Twist. And basically what I want to do is just want to add the colour into this strip. Being careful, and you'll see there I have slipped that a little bit, so just be a bit more careful than I was there, because you don't want to get under your masking paper, and if you have used it more than once there is more of a chance. Now I'm not going right to the ends, I'm just making sure that there is enough of the colour. I know that looks yellowy, but it is Lemon Lime Twist, honestly. I'm just going up the edge of my masking paper and just being mindful of that bit there where that is lifting, but it's okay, it won't spoil the final picture. Now I'm going to come in with my Coastal Cabana. I think it's a lovely colour, isn't it? And again, just at the beginning, just adding this down the sides, and then just, oh, I've got cramp in my hand now, my goodness. And just being mindful of that bit that keeps lifting, because I want it to stay white underneath. I'm not going right to the middle. And then just some little dobs of it. I might have gone just a bit high there, so just to even that up, I'm just going to bring that over a bit. And we'll just, that might just be a bit blobby, but it'll let you see that, you know, you'll never get two cards the same, because you will always do this differently. So now what I want to do is take these two strips, and if you remember, I haven't detacked this side because I forgot, got distracted, didn't I? So I'm gonna show you to just take your time. And sometimes doing this, especially if you forgot to detack, look, that's lifting the masking paper, but that's okay. So long as it doesn't lift the actual card, we'll be all right. I'm just taking my time because I didn't detack that piece. I will of course be detacked now. And again, do it so that it's coming off your card at an angle. Don't feel, you know, like, don't rip it like a plaster. And you see that has, even though this is the bit I detacked, it has in fact lifted the card a little. I am being seriously challenged today. Perhaps this is a day I should get out in the garden and do some gardening. I think it's actually the masking paper itself that's ripping a bit here. So I'm gonna, yeah, thankfully it isn't actually my picture that's affected, it's the masking paper, which I can just take my time to take that off there. I've not had that happen before. But there you go, that came off. So I don't want to take the masks off the flowers yet, but you'll see that at least my buds have stayed white. That was the point here. So now I just want to colour all the leaves and stalks. So I've got some lemon lime twist and I've got some granny apple green here as well. We'll go with the granny apple green. I just, on my practice one, I used the lemon lime twist and it is nice, but I don't think it's quite dark enough. I don't even know whether to go with Old Olive as well. You know, that sort of, well, I want to, let's bring Old Olive in and let's just do it on one leaf and then see what I think. Now that nib needs replaced, so we'll use that pen. Yeah, my Old Olive pens are needing replaced. But I quite like Old Olive with this, so I'm going to put the granny apple green to the side. Just use the bullet ends then. That's a good thing. With our alcohol pens, they have two ends. One is a brush end and the other is a bullet point end. Now I do prefer to work with the brush end. I don't know if that just brings out the inner artist in me. Yeah, you just, at the moment, you're just seeing a melee of colours. I don't know, but do we bring in some granny apple as well? Just want to colour all the leaves in it. Just playing with the colours just now. Leaves come in all different colours, so it's quite fun to just mix the greens up. So my whole card is an experiment with colours. That was dark. This one is dark granny apple with light Old Olive. I think, is it? Yeah. I don't know. So just colour the stems and the leaves, whatever way you want to. But you could use your normal marker pens. You could use your watercolour pencils. You could use ink and a watercolour brush, or just a dry brush with ink. Wink Stella with your ink. There's so many ways to colour these beautiful images that Stampin' Up give us. I'll use a darker one for the stalks. Just see if I can get all the stalks in. This one. So obviously I'm just colouring. Once I start colouring, I actually forget that there's people watching. So if you want to fast forward this bit, feel free. Fast forward any bit. Once you've understood the technique, you might not want to watch the detail, and that's fine. But you might want to get to the unveiling when I take the masks and I do the grand reveal. Yeah, I need a new pair of old olive blends. Could you add that to my shopping list? What leaves are left? Just this pair here, isn't it? I'm just colouring it, really. I'm not. So they're all kind of variegated leaves. Because I'm colouring over a water-based ink, the blends don't react because the blends are alcohol-based. They don't react with that ink, whereas if I use my normal markers, they might, but then it might give an interesting finish too. Pardon me. So, I don't know if I want a wee sentiment here as well. Some nice sentiments in this. Holding you close to my heart. Will that fit there? I don't know. This set is great. It comes with masks as well. Oh yeah, it would fit in there. Let's just pop that on there. Need a block. Now we'll use Memento. And we'll put the lid on these colours because I don't want them to dry out any further. Unlike our coloured pads, this is a felt pad, so I need to press a bit harder to pick up some ink. Just pop this here. Holding you close in my heart. Just a way of letting a friend know that you are thinking about them and you are aware that they are maybe going through some difficulties at the moment. Now, I want to take off these and let you see. Now, I have to be aware I've got ink on my thumb, so I want to... These masks I don't think I'll be able to use again because they got torn by having another layer of masking tape over the top. But just take your time removing them, and I think you'll like the effect. I know that one was quite confusing to watch because of the fact that I had already used them and obviously used them in a different direction. Just take your time because you don't want any ripping going on. They will go in the bin, and the next time I do this I'll have a new set of masks. So how do you like that image? It does have colour in it in the background, but you've still got white flowers. So sometimes you know, white flowers are hard to achieve. So this is just another way of doing that. And I have to glue this together. I really am enjoying this, revisiting stamp sets that I might not have used in a while, but also even just using techniques I use quite frequently. It doesn't do any harm to do them again, and different people are watching and they all look different with different stamp sets. And just to show you that, you know, if you see someone do something, you don't necessarily have to have the same stamp set as they used to do whatever they did. So I hope that you like what I've done with Enduring Beauty Stamp. Today there's lots of things you could do with that stamp set. You've got masks, and there's, I think there's, I'm not sure if there's a die to cut that out with too. Yeah, I think there's die. Yeah, there's a die that you can cut out the whole image. Then you've got one for a sentiment and loads of leaves and little flowers. Then you've got all the masks, which you have seen me use, or if you go back my videos you will. And then there's these little flowers here which I haven't used, but they have them here to cut out as well. So yeah, lots of fun in that set. And this will, I would imagine this will go completely to Last Chance, because it was in last year's spring mini catalogue and then it carried over to the annual catalogue. So my guess is that will certainly go to Last Chance very soon. But thank you so much for watching, for following this series, and I will see you on F when we get to whatever I decide to use for F. Actually, I think I have decided, and I will film that soon. So thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.